Oh my God, Dustin Ross is the bartender. Ah! Oh, he went on and just jumped in. So, you knew that Juan was communicating with another woman during the pandemic and kept it from us on the show. Rob said, oh wow, you want to get all into it? Yeah. Andy is in no mood. He is in no, ooh, that's the he gonna fire you look. I know Andy's I'm about to fire you face. Yeah. I don't want to give her this attention. Why not? Juan gave her that attention. Juan's the one giving her attention. You shouldn't be upset. Give her all the attention she wants. Juan's giving her the attention, and you're supposed to be his wife, roommate, lavender partner. I don't know, but y'all need to stand together. Okay, so she lives in Canada, and Canada was on lockdown, but then she was able to fly to Baltimore to meet a raven. But somehow she was talking to Juan. Oh God, this now we gotta listen to this bad lie. Now, they were on a strict lockdown, but she was able to fly to Maryland. See, already, contradictions. So she gets to Maryland. At some point, she reaches out and she's lost her wallet and can't pay for her hotel room. Although, even if you lost your wallet, they would still have your card. And they could still just charge your card. Also, you could have just gotten your card and called the hotel and paid them when you got home. So then he drives to the hotel and puts his card down and his ID down for her. And you are hard 43 telling these lies. Andy said this could sound like BS to a lot of people. Robin said it sounded like BS to me, and it should still because it is. Girl, denial is a river in Egypt. Your husband is cheating. Andy says, well, here's my thing. You're on a reality show about your life, i.e. we're paying you to tell your business. How do you stay silent through the season but talk about everybody else's infidelities? Well, because we weren't going through it while we were filming. Really? Y'all never do any recreation? Okay, all right. Let's go with that lie, Rob. Andy goes in further. You withhold Ebony. Ooh, Ebony just sitting there like, she got to take her medicine. She like, I don't want to mess up my invitation to girls trip. I mean, these are the questions we wanted answered that you missed out on at the reunion. So I'm glad that, at least we get a little bit of closure. He gotta say, so you hide the truth on the show you're paid to do, but then put your truth behind a paywall. Behind a paywall. Girl, I mean, they are not happy. The Bravo brass ain't happy. Because Andy, he has some influence, but he is not the top dog no more. This heifer has been getting chewed out all week. I guess that's why she's wearing the long hair don't care. Well, you could not care, but they're going to get you next season. I think they're going to bring her back. They need to bring her back, and we need to really root into Juan's mistresses. I want them on the show. We did it with the cookie lady. Let's do it with Juan. I want accountability. Ebony stood up for it. She said, well, look, I'm about the paper, so I'm here for the paywall. But yeah, that's withholding. That's withholding information. How is Chris not mad at Robin? Because we go over Chris's tweet that, Ashley and Jizzy knew, but kept it secret and threw me under the bus to distract from Juan's wandering wang. How do you feel about that, Rob? Rob said, well, Jizzy's my friend. And he's like, well, she brought up everybody else's mess but kept yours quiet and lied on Chris. But she doesn't know how Ashley became a part of it. Because Ashley knew. Now you want to cover for her. I'm sick of you. All you do is lie. Oh, it seems like you use Karen's accusations towards Juan to drag her when you had real skeletons in your closet. You exposing her cheating while your man's stepping out. Rob said, well, everybody doesn't bring their whole life to the show. Karen hasn't brought her gigolo. So I can keep some things quiet too. Yeah, that's true. Everybody doesn't bring everything, but this is something where you don't mind talking about everybody else's husband's wandering eye and infidelity, but when it comes to yours, the lips get tight and the ranks get closed. That's not how it works. Griller, Andy. Griller. So now we ask Ebony, what do you feel about this, about the expectation of sharing? And Ebony's like, you know what? You just got a good grilling, so I'm going to play devil's advocate and be on your side. Ebony always fighting for the underdog. That's why I mess with her. She's like, look, there's a phrase in law, concede nothing, and Robin conceded nothing. But she's paid to concede. This isn't a courtroom. But you know what? You working it. So Ebony says, well, some of the women aren't always so forthcoming, and an expectation of everybody being honest, maybe you shouldn't have that. And Andy says, okay, I can get that, but when the other women are being open about their husband's infidelities, doesn't it hit a little different? And also the wedding was moved because of this infidelity. And Rob says, well, it wasn't just because of the infidelity that it didn't happen on everyone else's time. Stop saying it didn't happen on everyone else's time. Y'all old grown gray asses got engaged at damn near 50. You already been married. You already got children. So this whole, what do you need a long 3-year engagement for? That's the question. It's not everybody else's time. It's your timing doesn't make sense. Y'all should have been married 2 seasons ago, but he was too busy with other women. Ebony. So now we have an Ebony judge a couple of the Potomac scandals, and she had to bang her gavel on Robin being cheap, trying to piggyback off her brother's wedding. Ooh, Ebony banged that gavel on Charisse going to Karen's mama's funeral to get back in the group. She sees it, and I saw it too. I knew that was phony. So a question for Rob. Why is it okay for you and Jizzy to demand transparency but give none of your own? And Rob said, I don't demand transparency. Yes, you do. Because Giselle always trying to get in somebody's business. Oh, let me find out who touched whose coochie. Who's touching your coochie, Jizzy? So Rob gets a softball question from the audience. What was the highlight of getting married to Juan again? I can't imagine there being a highlight. But, well, she knows she's going to get cheated on, so she's used to the pain? Or maybe it's numb by now. I don't know. What's good about getting cheated on every day? What's good about being embarrassed publicly? And do you regret any of the women not being there? Of course not. They ain't her friends. Those are her co-workers. I don't even think she liked Jizzy that much. Oh, they throw it over to Dustin. And he says, the only question I have for Robin is, what is the real reason you don't like Dr. Wendy? You better get her. There's a lot of things that you didn't see. So she says that Wendy talked down to her season 6 at the reunion and she wanted an apology but didn't get one this season, so that's where the animosity stemmed from. A likely story. That was the show, and I'ma see you soon from Miami. Okay, it's finally getting interesting again, and Jersey starts Tuesday.